Hello guys, Thomas here. If you don't know, I'm a teacher in Japan teaching English, currently grinding for the N1, looking to go back into engineering here in Japan once I get my N1 certification. I've gotten to top 1% in Rocket League, top 2% in League of Legends, got an engineering degree, worked as an engineer for 2.5 years, learned to play guitar, and I'm also a BJJ competitor, although I had surgery, so I'm currently on a break. Anyways, I teach people how to learn skills, so if you're interested, please listen. Today I want to talk about the fact that you can do it. Like, I truly believe anybody can learn a skill. I think part of it, does come down to, your IQ, how quickly you can develop new patterns and learn new things. I believe on some level probably have correlation to your IQ. But as long as you learn things correctly, everyone will eventually reach the same place given it enough time, and I truly believe that because, I don't really think that anybody's being entirely held back by their intelligence. There may be some rare cases, but for the most part, everyone can do it. And I think the reason that most people don't actually improve to the level they want to is because they don't realize how much of a time investment it actually is and how long it actually takes. And, how long you actually have to really suck at what you're doing to actually become good at it. So once you can start looking at it from like a longer point of view and realize like the beginning when you suck actually, it's just the necessary pain you go through to get to like the really fun part where you're actually good at whatever it is you're doing. And if you keep banging your head against the wall and like keep trying and keep pushing yourself every day, you will eventually break through, even if it feels like you're not making progress. Like, I promise you 100%, every single time this has happened to me, I'm feeling like stuck. I'm feeling like I'm just maybe not good at this. And every time I keep pushing, and eventually I do reach the very next level. So as long as you have that in mind, it's a lot easier to keep going when it sucks and you're not doing as well as you want to be doing, because you can remember like eventually it will pay off. And that's the most important thing to remember. Like, when I was learning Japanese, and a year ago when I first came to Japan, I thought maybe like I really just can't like do this as well as other people. Like, my Japanese, it wasn't where I wanted it to be, and it's still not where I want it to be. But like nowadays, it's so much better than it was a year ago. And I didn't have like, I was like, maybe I really can't do it. And I've had that before, but maybe it was never as bad as when I was learning Japanese, because Japanese is a very difficult language if you're an English speaker. But I kept pushing and pushing and grinding, and I kept believing in myself, and I'm like, you know what? I can do it. Everyone else can do it. And eventually I noticed that like I did improve, and I was speaking better than the people who originally I thought were like really good speakers. And I was like, oh, I wish I could speak like him. Now when I hear whoever that was, like some of these random people sometimes I talk to online speaking Japanese, I think my understanding of Japanese is actually on a deeper level than them. I can speak, more similar to natives and things of that nature. So, the main thing is, and I'm not trying to brag here, I'm just saying like I believe in my process, and that's why I think it worked, and I didn't give up. And I'm not perfect at speaking Japanese by any means, but I can get by for the most part. Anyways, guys, so the point of this video is just, it takes a long time to learn a skill, so don't give up and don't get discouraged if you suck, because eventually you won't. Anyways, guys, see you next time. Have a great day.